Good morning, afternoon, and evening, guys. We're back with another random tier list. We are talking today about birds. Birds that look like this. We're going to be ranking these birds. We're going to rank them on a scale from best bird down to baddest bird. And I mean baddest in a bad way, not like baddest like they're a bad A or anything like that. So we have best bird, great bird, good bird, mid bird, bad bird, and baddest bird. We will be putting these birds on this tier list, and we will rank how good of a bird they are. If you guys like random tier lists about completely random topics, sometimes about video games, sometimes about food, sometimes about something random that I literally just Googled right before, definitely interact with this video. Anything, likes, comments, subscription, anything like that helps the video, and I appreciate all of it. Thank you guys. Trying not to ramble too much, so let's get on into it. Now, I'm not a bird expert, so the first bird we have here looks like a fat turkey. This is a mid bird in my opinion. It's not the greatest thing in the world. I have seen better birds, that's for sure. And I'm not even sure this thing can fly. Looking at this thing, looking at its girth, its sheer mass, I don't believe it would be able to fly. So from what I am seeing here, that is a mid bird. Birds should be able to fly, and this just huge plump bird I don't think could. Next we have like a seagull. I think this is a seagull. Again, not a bird expert here. This does look like a seagull though. Seagulls, if I lived near the ocean, I'd probably think they're like bad birds. You know what? I've been to the beach enough. You know what? I'm going to put seagulls in bad birds because seagulls have stolen my food enough while I'm at the beach because I'm an idiot and I don't close my stuff that I think seagulls are bad birds and they're jerks and they're going to go in bad bird list. Because I really wanted the bologna sandwich that one of them swooped down and grabbed that one time. So, bad bird. Roosters. Roosters are pretty great birds. They're the stereotypical bird. A lot of old people have decorations in their house that are rooster based and rooster themed. Roosters could be annoying in the morning, depending on where you live. But if you live in a place that there's a lot of roosters crowing, you probably need to get up to work anyway. And as I've gotten older, I've realized that the earlier you get up in the morning, sometimes the more productive that you can be. So I don't hate roosters and their crows as much as I maybe did as a child or as a teen. I'd say roosters are pretty great birds. You can't argue with that. With that face and the sack hanging down from their face, they're pretty cool. Next we have pelicans. Pelicans, I'd say, are good birds. They have a lot of character with their huge mouths, so they can eat things that you just wouldn't expect. The size, the mass of the things that they can put in their mouth and swallow is rather impressive. I cannot discount that as an awesome skill. They're like seagulls, but funnier. And they might be jerks like seagulls, but I don't know that. But they're definitely funnier looking. So we're gonna put them in good bird, and I think that's accurate. Now next up here, we have the first of several birds that I'm not gonna know if it's a hawk, a falcon, or a type of eagle. Like this is a bald eagle, right? I know that. I think this is a hawk. Maybe this is a falcon. This is a hawk. I don't know. And I don't know what this is. Right, so it's the first of these hunting birds, these seemingly vicious birds. I think this one looks pretty cool. Gonna put it in good tier. Doesn't look, blow away. It does look like it could be intimidating, but I don't have much of a reference to tell you how tall this bird is. So we're gonna put it in good bird. Next we have what I believe is a blue jay, and I know that from the Toronto Blue Jays logo. Also, this bird is blue, so that does give that away. Blue jay, I'm going to put in great bird. I think a blue jay is a really good bird. Looking at that, it's an awesome mascot. It's a naturally blue animal, which there are not a lot of in the world. Obviously, some like snakes and frogs and stuff, but blue jay, a naturally blue bird. Got to give it props for that. I am going to put it in that great bird category. Coming up next, we have a turkey. I think turkeys are pretty good birds. Now, I'm not really ranking these birds by how tasty they are to eat because, well, if you grill anything long enough, you probably would taste good. And turkeys are really the only, I guess rooster. No, you don't really eat roosters, right? You eat chicken. But yeah, turkeys are the only thing on this list that you can eat. So that'd be a little unfair to the turkey to say it should be, up high just because we eat it. I think I'm going to put a little more respect on its name. Turkeys look very similar to this bird. Is this a quail? Did I figure that out? Is this a quail? I don't really know what a quail looks like. Maybe that's a quail. Quails can fly, can't they? How is this thing able to fly? I don't know. Turkey, good bird. It's like a better version of this. I don't know what this is, but a lot more plump, bigger. It's a little more awkward looking than the rooster. I think the rooster is a little bit better than the turkey. Next we have what I believe is an emu, but I could be wrong about that. Emus I'm going to put in bad bird tier because they don't even sound like a bird. Like, I don't know if anybody's ever talked to you about an emu before, but if you've ever talked to somebody about an emu, if you don't know what an emu is, you might not even know it's a bird. Them and ostriches are just weird, man. And I feel like emus are like knockoff ostriches, right? I feel like they're just copying ostriches with their actions, with their looks, with their appearances. But that face is a little demonic. It does kind of frighten me. I'm going to put it in the bad tier, the bad bird tier for that reason. Coming up next, we have it's a bird. Is it a robin? Maybe I do know birds. Maybe I've gotten each and every one of these birds right so far. Maybe. That's probably not the case, though. This is a robin. This is a cardinal, I think. We're going to assume this is a robin. Probably isn't. I think it's pretty mid-bird. Oh, you know what? That red is a little interesting. The red on its body is a little interesting. I think it's mid. I think it's still mid. We can put it over the quail, which may or may not be a quail. We can put the bird here. It's basically just a normal bird, right? Nothing to really write home about there. The orange underbelly is interesting, but I don't think it's as interesting as some things above on the list. And you know what? Taking a look at this, I think we are going to lower down this bird of prey. Not really sure what's going on with it. Definitely doesn't have as much going for it as some of the other carnivorous animals we will discuss later in the list. So I'm looking at some of the ones we have coming up, and man, we have some good ones coming. So we gotta put some more in it. This is a duck. Ducks are good. Good birds. Ducks are hilarious. You feed ducks and they like go under and like eat it. And then they can fly even though you wouldn't expect it. You ever seen a duck walking with its ducklings? That's pretty funny. So ducks are pretty awesome. Gonna be good tier though. Nothing really, Again, I guess you can eat duck too. So we'll put in that tier with the turkey. It's gonna be a good bird. This bird's pretty boring looking. Not sure what it is. Gonna go in the bad bird tier. It has less character than the emu and the pigeon. I'm sorry, that's not a pigeon. Than the emu and the seagull. This one has less character than both of them, so I'm going to go ahead and put it down there a little lower in the bad bird tier. Next coming up, we have the cardinal. Wait, no, the cardinal's over here. We have the toucan. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. Toucans are going to be a pretty great bird. They have that long snout, that long beak, able to grab and eat whatever it is toucans eat. Are they carnivorous? Do they eat like rats and other rodents? Do they eat fruit? I have no idea what a toucan eats. They're pretty cool though. Pretty cool, very bright, colorful beaks. Definitely a strange product of evolution, I would say, the toucan. And a lot of birds in general. I mean, how do you get this thing that is underneath the neck of the turkey? How do you get that through evolution? I don't know. I don't know. But I don't understand how you get this either, but it looks pretty cool. So I think toucans are a pretty great bird, in my opinion. I don't know that they're in the best bird category. Coming up here, we have penguins. We have the smaller penguins. There's 2 or 3 of them on this list. So starting with this penguin, I think this is a pretty great bird. Penguins are hilarious. I saw Happy Feet, didn't really care for it. But then I saw Madagascar, and I love the penguins in that. It wasn't this type of penguin, but that was still pretty cool to see. At least I don't think it was. I don't know. I think this is an African penguin. I think it is. I think this is the type of penguin that doesn't actually live in like cold and snow and stuff. They just live in like I don't know what part of Africa, but I believe they live in Africa. I saw one at the zoo one time, and there wasn't like snow. So yeah, great bird. Pigeons suck, don't they? Pigeons just suck. There's this whole like culture around pigeons now that like, pigeons aren't real. Well, no, it's birds aren't real, right? So none of these are real? Or is it pigeons specifically? I don't know. There's this whole culture around pigeons now that everybody's making jokes about them, and they've almost become like this underdog hero of the meme community in some ways. At least I've seen so many memes about them not being real and just other stuff, random stuff like that, it's just annoying. It's just overdone. They're not underdogs. They're just low tier, really. They're one of the baddest birds. They're also annoying. They poop on stuff, as do crows and whatnot, but I think pigeons are probably more annoying. Also, this might not be a pigeon. I think it's a pigeon. Might not be. That face tells me pigeon. Could be wrong though. I minted an NFT that looked like this, and they said it was pigeons. Pigeon Fight Club it was called. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. American Dream. If you are still watching this video after that is why I'm putting the bald eagle into best tier for American pride. Let's move on. What the heck is this? This is a dinosaur. This does not look like a bird. This looks like a dinosaur. It's going in baddest bird. This thing is a little scary, to be honest. This bird right here is incredibly boring, just like this bird. Even more so because it's all gray. Maybe this is a pigeon. I don't know. Or maybe this is... I don't know what it is. It's a bad bird though. It's not very exciting, right? They didn't, when your teacher gives you a project and they're like, oh yeah, be creative. This bird didn't. This bird was not creative with their project. They did the bare minimum. They got a C or a D on the project and it shows. So we're gonna put it in the bad bird category. Emperor penguins, on the other hand, are one of the best birds ever. They are hilarious. If you watch Happy Feet, you saw some of them. If you've watched other movies, I'm sure they've been in other movies too. There's a meme of one penguin, or not a meme, there's a gif of one penguin knocking another penguin into ice, which is hilarious. And I laughed at that for like 3 years straight in high school. Maybe I can find that. Hold on. Guys, check this out. How can you not put an emperor penguin into S tier after watching this? I think these are emperor penguins. I suppose I don't actually know. They look a little tall and skinny, but just look at it. He just slaps him into the water. Absolutely disregard. No feelings at all for his buddy here. I mean, he just fully slaps him into the water and just doesn't even take the time to laugh. He's not even worth looking at in this. That is hilarious. That is awesome. And that deserves the best bird tier. Now, continuing on with our tier list, we have mockingbirds. Mockingbirds are pretty good. I'd honestly put mockingbirds over the African penguins, if that's indeed what they're called. I'm going to stop saying that. If I call something the wrong name, it's because I'm an idiot. And I'm going to just go with the names. Just know that I don't actually think I'm correct. Well, sometimes I do. But I don't always actually think I'm correct. So just know that. Just know I'm not a complete idiot. I'm aware that I'm ignorant. Oh my god, my cat is scratching my computer. Hold on. Continuing with our regularly scheduled tier lists, we have a owl. Are owls best bird tier? I don't think so, but they are pretty cool. They can go in great bird. Going to be right up there with the penguin, the rooster, and the mockingbird. And to be honest, looking at some of these birds, I might have to lower the rooster down. We may have to lower the rooster down a little bit. I don't know that it has as much character as the rest of these great birds. I'm going to leave it at the bottom of the great bird tier list for now. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about roosters and whether or not you think they need to be celebrated or publicly shamed. Next we have a swan. Swans are pretty cool, romantic and stuff. They've definitely captured the whole niche on like bird romance and stuff. Flamingo a little bit too with the pink. But swans definitely, it's such a cliche that you and your SO are going to take a romantic swan-themed boat ride in the middle of the night, and that's where he will propose out in the middle of the lake, and then she'll say, well, you hope she says yes, but, So yeah, swans, good bird. Probably top tier good. I don't think it's much higher than that, because really, what else do swans have going for them? They're kind of just like big ducks. They can be above, they're kind of in that duck, turkey, and, what did I say this was? Whatever this is. Tier. Good bird. Ostriches are pretty cool. I put emus down in bad bird because I said they were like knockoff ostriches. Ostriches are honestly a best bird. So the knockoff one can be down here in bad bird. Look at that face. Ostriches are freaking amazing though. They're the largest bird in the world. They lay the largest eggs in the world. They cannot fly. If they could fly, they'd be absolutely horrifying. But they're very fast, and that's crazy. So, really weird animal. I give them props for being so weird. I'm going to put it at the bottom of best bird, and I think that's probably where it will stay. But I'm going to go ahead and put them in that top tier, that best bird tier. Coming up next, we have the Cardinal, and I think this goes right there with the Blue Jays. Just like the Toronto Blue Jays are in baseball, play baseball, so do the St. Louis Cardinals. So we're going to put the Cardinals right next to the Blue Jay in great bird. Very vibrant color on the bird, very distinct features. I think it's really an awesome bird. Another bird with very distinct features is the Flamingo. which I'm going to also put in this same category next to the blue jay, the cardinal, and the flamingo. The toucan as well. I think it is unfortunately now time to move the rooster down to good bird tier, and I do think that also shoves. Does that shove the duck down? No, ducks can be in good birds. Ducks are funny. So we'll leave them in good birds. Rooster, though, I do think lowers down into good bird tier. I apologize for any rooster fans out there. This bird's mid. Not sure what it is. Looks like a poor man's toucan. And we don't like knockoffs here on this channel. So we are going to go ahead and put this one in mid. Bottom of mid tier. Not quite bad, but yeah, not that great either. All right, we have a bird of prey here of some kind. I'm not sure if it's a falcon. I think it's a falcon. I think this is a falcon and this is a hawk. Do we have vultures on this list? Are vultures here somewhere? I don't think we have a vulture. I feel like I would know what a vulture looks like. No. This is a demon. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to assume this is a hawk. It looks crazy. It looks awesome. Atlanta Hawks basketball team. Yeah. It looks cool. Yeah. It could probably stab me with its beak and stuff. It's not as cool as the bald eagle, but it's pretty close. So best bird tier, bottom of it, however. This next bird right here, very long tail. I don't know what's up with that. Doesn't have a whole lot else going for it, and I don't think that very long tail is going to save it from obscurity. We are going to leave it there in the mid tier. Not much going on with this bird. It's a very small bird. I feel like I could grab that thing in my hand. I don't really want to do that, but I feel like I could. And at least the toucan could stop me. You know, the mockingbird could stab me. I don't know. This bird just has a long tail. I don't know. Here we have another bird. This bird's really boring. A little bit more going on than these ones. I think it's better than the demon emu, but it is not a great bird. Kind of looks like just a white, sad duck in some ways. Is this a goose? Wait, if this is a goose, I'd like to put it higher. Is this a goose? I'm remembering when I played Goose Game, or Untitled Goose Game. We're going to assume it's a goose. If it's a goose, we can put it up here next to duck. We'll put it underneath ducks because ducks are funny. But I think it's a good bird. If it's a goose. So mental note, guys, just think about this later. If this is not a goose, this is a bad bird. And in fact, I think it's the baddest bird for lying to me. If it is not a goose, it goes here. Okay, because it lied to me. So it's telling me it's a goose. We're going to put it in good bird. You know, we'll go with that. This thing looks crazy. I literally thought this was an anteater or some other type of animal. I literally did not I mean, obviously I know it's a bird because it's on the bird tier list. But, yeah, I've never seen this bird before. Like, never. Some of these others, I'm making jokes about and stuff. I've never seen this bird before. I don't know anything about it. I'm going to put it in good list because I think it's pretty cool looking. I do think it's probably more interesting than a duck. But, you know, same category. We'll put it right there between duck and turkey. Next we have, I believe this is a falcon. If this is not the falcon, then maybe this is... I think this is the hawk. This might be the hawk, though. I'm not sure the difference. I might be... one of these is maybe a condor. I don't know what a condor looks like. I don't know. That's a best bird up there. We have a snowy owl, which is what they're called in World of Warcraft. This is what Hedwig was. Hedwig? Harry Potter's owl was one of these. That's pretty cool. Best bird. And then finally, we have a snowy white colored bird of prey of some kind. Maybe this is the condor. Not sure. I think it's pretty cool looking. Gonna put in best bird tier. This does look like something out of like Power Rangers. Like this would be what the Zord would look like. Just look at that face. Definitely would be a good one to pick, I think. And this is our tier list, guys. This is our list for our birds. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below, all that good stuff. And be back for another video tomorrow, guys. This has been the guy who makes random tier lists, and I'm signing off.